What's up guys, Carson here bringing another video today. Today playing Modern Warfare 2 on PC. There's nothing I want to play right now, man. And I can't play Warzone, so I can't do a video over that because I bought Modern Warfare multiplayer, but I have to update 100 gigs to play it. To my knowledge, there's no way around it, so I'm just not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go update it at a buddy's house for the day. I want to play Apex, but that's not really like a sit down talk video kind of thing, because I have a story time for y'all today. And I've done this before a while back. I know it's been a while. So I've got another story though. This is when I first kind of took my job at the place I work at. And for the people that know what I do, my friends, you know, that watch my videos, they know what I do. So for those people, y'all know what I do. And the people who don't know what I do, I am kind of like prevention or loss prevention, I guess you could say, at a store. I deal with the bad people, I guess you could say, who don't want to really shop at your store. This is when I first started working in my position. They sent me to a store to go train for a while. About an hour drive from where I actually lived. So this was late at night. We were told to work a late shift pretty much. And it was me and my buddy. We'll call him Wes. We'll call him, just for, you know, convenience to give him a name at least. So me and Wes were working like a really late shift. Like really late. We're gonna work till 12 that night, I think. And, you know, I had an hour drive home. So I didn't really want to work that, but that was a good time to stay because they really didn't show up during the day. They showed up more during the nighttime for this store, to be specific, because it's more of it's a bigger city. It's not like nothing crazy, but you know, it's a bigger place. And my buddy Wes had been trying to catch these this is a couple, I think, that or they were just friends, of crackheads. They were coming in the store every other night or so, stuff like that, really late at night, and they would never be able to see them because they were not working that late, because this was the store was 24 hours back when, you know, before all this junk hit, and then all stores are no longer 24 hours. Nothing's open 24 hours anymore, usually anymore. Not where, at least where I am. So God, it's late. It's like 10, 10:30, 11, I think, is when they walk in the door pretty much. So they get in the door, finally. We both see them when they come in, because we were just working late. We're just chilling. And no, it's you know, it's really slow. No one's in the store, so not really much is going on. So we pretty much have free liberty to be able to track almost anyone in the store without problems, pretty much, I guess you could say. So we start tracking them. So the two people were a crackhead girl and a crackhead guy. The guy was on crutches, though, and what we were assuming is that he needs, he probably got the drugs and stuff like that for his pain, more than likely, if I had to assume. And we had assumed they were stealing stuff to get money for drugs. That's what we're assuming, you know, just, you know, off a hunch. We've been doing, I mean, he'd been doing this for a while, so he knew the people and the clientele that came around in the place. And it was you know, like I said, it was a big place, so usually he'd deal with those kinds of people majority of the time. The girl goes to the makeup aisle, and I mean, she gets I'd assume, she got about $50 worth of makeup, maybe 50 to 100. I mean, it's a decent amount, I'll be honest with you. And then it's his turn to get his couple of things. So they went to automotive, I think is where they went for him. I think he got a couple of things over there. I don't remember exactly what he got, but you know, a couple kind of high dollar stuff like that. And so while they're in automotive, we're slowly in the path of staying around them in a distance, I guess you could say, because they've seen the buddy West before. They haven't seen me before, so they have no idea what's up with me. They just think if they were to see me, I'm just a regular dude. So it makes our job a little easier. Not a lot easier, because, you got to stay in contact. You got to make sure they got it, and whatever they do, you know what I mean? So you got to stay in contact with it. They're in automotive. I'm in the middle of an aisle near the auto center where all the tires are and stuff. And I'm in the action alley, I guess you could say, of it. And there's there's this small 4x4, and I'm peeking through the sign. Legit, I am there's about a sliver this big, and I'm peeking through the sign. I can't see anything else in my body. I'm peeking through, just watching them. They're walking towards me. They're about, I'd say they're 30, 40 feet away. They were a decent amount away, enough to where I didn't have to worry about it just yet. So they're starting to walk towards me at a distance. I'm assuming they're gonna turn left or right, because my buddy Wes is on the phone behind them, tracking them for me, and I'm also looking at them at the same time. So we're on the phone communicating, stuff like that. They keep walking towards me. And, you know, how am I supposed to play off this random dude sitting at like, look, it's like towels for your car to like wash your car and stuff with. So how am I supposed to play it off to where I'm just looking at towels? So what I did, I played enough video games, I played enough sneaky missions to where I said, well, let me just sneak around them. And that's exactly what I attempted to do, and that's exactly what I did, actually. It's gonna be hard to do this without a picture, so I might just, like, stop walking for a minute and explain. I'm trying to think of how to, like, draw this out, I guess you could say. Perfect. I will clean this off and use it. Dude, this thing is not cleaning. This is not cleaning off, bro. I should have used my phone or something, but this ain't it. Okay, it is not cleaned, but I don't 100% care. Y'all will get the gist of it. I'll just color it in. I'll just color it in, yeah. That'd be alright. I'm trying to make this work, y'all, I promise. This is where I am at. Right there. That is where they're at. And they are walking towards where I'm at behind this little 4x4 of towels. And then Wes is somewhere like on some of these aisles over here. They're walking my way, so I'm like, oh hey, how do I deal with this? Because I've got no idea what to do. So they inch their way, they get to this corner, they get to right here, where that circle is, or that on top of the arrow, they get to right there. So I disappear, and I'm tracking them, like I said, through that sign, through the small little sliver. So I crawl around, I go from here, to where this X is. Follow that line to that where that arrow is, and to that X. So I'm like on the ground. I'm like crouched. I'm crouched like below, like trying to avoid like an NPC, like walking around patrolling an area like in a video game pretty much. I'm actually trying to avoid them. They then make their way, they got a buggy too. They then follow that line and go down that aisle. And once again, I disappear from this spot. I go around behind them on that little 4x4 right in the middle and keep watching them as they go. So Wes is over here on one of these aisles, like watching this happen, and he's like, cause like I have to be quiet as can be, cause I'm terrified. I'm like, oh my god, how am I supposed to explain this? What's gonna happen if they walk up on me and I'm just looking like this little, like this weirdo, pretty much. So once they get away finally, I can start moving again. But you know, in that scenario, it just, dude, it was terrifying. It was, oh my god, I was scared. And in a way, I did it to myself, but I didn't think they were gonna go that way. And once I finally get out of view distance to where, like, you know, like the little question mark doesn't pop above their head, I then proceed to keep following them and watching them. And by this point, they've got about $200 of merchandise of like makeup and automotive stuff. I mean, they've got a decent amount of stuff. It ain't no small fry stuff. They got $200 of merchandise that they're like trying to possibly steal. So after that heart-wrenching scenario that I was absolutely terrified in, we finally get at a distance where we can not do that again, I guess you could say. So we are in the middle of the store. Me and Wes are watching them. They are in like the toy section, and that's where they have like their setup and stuff. They have a buggy full of, like I said, $200 worth of merchandise. We then watch them fill she had a purse, a freaking big purse, dude, like a backpack size. We then watch her put $200 of makeup and automotive stuff and like a phone charger and like a you know, like the power bank stuff, like for electronics. They had the dude grabbed one of them into her purse, which we then followed them to the front of the store. We get to the door. Crutches, we just started calling him Crutches because it was funny, because he was on crutches stealing. So Crutches is at the door. He went to the bathroom first, and then the lady went to leave. So I, along with Wes, approached the lady and said, hello ma'am, you need to come back in the store with the merchandise that you have, yada yada yada. She didn't listen to us. She said, I'll be right back, I've got to go to my car. She didn't come back. So homeboy was still, Crutches was still in the bathroom. We called police. Police then show up. We meet Crutches at the door with police. Police are like, all right, so where's the other one? And we're like, hey, she's in there. She's in the vehicle. I stayed with Crutches in like the security office, if you want to call it that. So me and him stayed in there, and two police officers in West went to the vehicle to get the girl. The girl did not want to comply. She was, I mean, she was just not happy, that's for sure. So they searched her purse right in front of Wes, and then they found everything they were stealing. Brought her back in to go deal with it, and I'll never forget this, because this was probably the funniest thing I've ever heard, like, ever. One of the officers asked, didn't ask, he saw the guy stealing with crutches, and then made the joke, "Why are you on crutches stealing, man? Because you can't get away if you get caught." So finally, we got all the paperwork done. Wes gives him a statement. I give him my statement too. They take him off. Dude, the lady was upset. But I mean, you know, they did it themselves. They got caught stealing. They were stealing. I mean, they did it themselves. It's not like we did anything wrong. We're just doing our job. So all this other ends well. And then, dude, it was just the cop saying that to the guy, man. That's just what really sold it for me. Thank you for watching, man. Comment down below y'all's favorite part if y'all want more of this. Hopefully here soon I'll be able to be more consistent again, because, dude, just internet's been really bad, man. It just has. It's been bad. And with all these storms coming through, I know that's not helping it at all, that's for sure. You know, Ida just came through the other day. That was pretty serious. Made it all the way up to Philadelphia. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed. Peace.